We are going to go ahead and call the meeting to order at 6 p.m. on Thursday, September 11th. And we will start the meeting with the invocation, and I'm going to ask Jay. Everybody, please stay standing for the pledge of allegiance.
Let's pray. Lord, we come to you tonight. We're thankful for this day and the little cool weather we've gotten in the mornings this week. Lord, we remember the tragic events that happened in this country 24 years ago and continue to pray for those victims and their loved ones and the first responders. We ask you also to pray over the local first responders as well. We also want to pray for the tragic events that happened yesterday and have seemingly happened way too often in recent memory of the past few weeks. We ask you to pray over those families as well and pray over the country as a whole. We ask you to pray over this mayor and council as they make decisions tonight and pray for this meeting in your name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you. We start with roll call, and council is present as usual. And we're going to go on to the agenda approval, but I'm going to make a couple of changes before we get there, okay? Under financials on the consent agenda, the date of the financials are July 1, 2025 through August 31st, 2025.
Can you say again?
Sure. July 1, 2025 through August 31st, 2025. Good. Okay. On the next page, under old business, I don't know how this happened. Things happen, but we're going to add number 5, add maximum RX credit, expansion sidewalk installation waiver request. Vote. And then under executive session, will we be meeting on personnel, Joe?
Yeah.
Will we be meeting under executive session personnel today?
We
My mistake, litigation, not personnel. Thanks, Joe. And those are the changes. Does anybody else have any other changes they need to see made or would like to make? And I will slow you down.
Just to clarify, you said August 31st, right?
Yes,
31st.
thank you. The end is a month.
Yeah.
Everybody good?
Well, yeah, never mind.
Okay, great. It's called a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda with the following changes. Under financials from the consent agenda, the date should read July 1st, 2025 through August 31st, 2025. Under old business, in addition of number 5, maximum RX credit for the sidewalk waiver request, and that will be a vote. And then for the executive session, that meeting will be concerning litigation.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Is there any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. And it is unanimous. We'll go on to the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'm second. Any discussion? All in favor of approving the motion to approve the consent agenda, please raise your hand. And unanimous. Thank you. Okay, we're going to move on to committee reports with the DDA and Rachel Davis.
I don't really have anything to report, but I will say that we
almost had a meeting Monday, and basically we caught a potential scam, so just be leery when you get email, folks. Read everything twice. Don't get taken advantage of, and we avoided the situation, and we didn't have to have a meeting, so.
Thank you. Okay, under the planning and zoning committee, Joe Walker is on vacation this week, but he has submitted his, I think that's report. Joe, do you want to highlight anything on that?
Focusing on the report, the first item on there, active rezoning cases and variances. Inventory process in which we approved in our last meeting. That has been updated in our zoning ordinance, and we have a brief updated zoning ordinance. We just have to get it on the website. But add that one. For the gas station, we did have to put a stop work order in this last month on there, with the fire marshal, so they could improve some of their plans to be in line with the current, regulations for fire protection and safety. They've already done that, submitted them, approved by the fire marshal, and picked up their plans today, so we have removed that stop work order already. Those would be actually before, sorry. So I also wanted to talk about the elevation truck sales. We had them in for a meeting. Elevation truck sales. We had them in for a meeting, talked a little bit of property, to have them remove their trailer. That's really what's holding them up for a business license at all. Is their temporary trailer has been out for a long time as far as how long it should have been there. We'll get more into that a little bit with our code enforcement report. But we did have them in there. They had a plan to remove it, so they can begin construction on the building that they're hoping to do. And we did advise them that they can themselves come here and present those plans if they're not getting the contractor motivated.
Where's that property located at? Is every time that.
Right next to maximum. Rate.
Okay, all right, it's not. Thank you.
Let's go ahead and move on to the library report. Welcome back, Dana.
Hi, glad to be back.
How did the delivery to college go?
Wonderful. Exceptionally well.
Good.
And she's already come home and visit last weekend.
They always do that the
Yeah.
first week or two.
So I won't have to sneak away anytime soon. So September is library card sign up month. And we are giving a free book away to every person that signs up for a new card this month. Last year in September, we signed up 14 people with a new library card. As of today, we're already at 13. So we should double that number this year. And that is my goal, that we get 28 more people in this community to sign up for library. So I went to curriculum night at Walnut Grove Elementary School last night to promote that. And Miss Lucy Townley, the media specialist, did not let a single person go past my table without telling them they had to come to the library and get a library card if they didn't already have one. And I did give away a bunch of books last night and told them they can get another book if they come to the library and sign up for it. So I'm very grateful to her, and I'm very grateful to Dr. Klein for inviting me to all the events. So I will be going there for their career day coming up. I think they're going to do 2 different career days in the same day. So I'll be a part of that. And they have a LEAP program, which is an after school program. And I sometimes go to do a story time there. And they also invited me to come back and do story time. I do story and a craft. So those teachers are there until after 6 o'clock. The kids don't end LEAP, I think, until 6:15, which I didn't realize how long of a day some of those kids have. So ending with a story and a craft at the end of the day is something that I look forward to and doing with them and making it really fun for them to look forward to. Let's see what else. College and Career Day, the expo is coming up at the end of this month at Meridian. So Naomi, who is my wonderful young adult, I consider her a specialist. He will be going to that event with me this year because she is wonderful at engaging with our teens and our young adults. So we'll promote library careers and we'll also promote library services for, young adults and the teens, especially applying for jobs, printing resumes, getting papers notarized, all the services that we can provide at the library, which a lot of people in our community are taking advantage of. I think I notarize every day, if not multiple times throughout the day. So we're doing a lot of notarizing. Let me see what else. September and October activity schedules are attached. We have a lot coming up because there's a lot not on the calendar as far as these outreach programs and events. But our flag and flagpole dedication ceremony, which I want to stress again, you are all invited to. It's next Thursday at 11 a.m. Ray Martinez will be there. The Monroe Color Guard will be there to present the flag. So there'll be a lot going on that morning. And then at the end of the month, I made sure I invited all the kids at Walnut Grove Elementary School last night to our petting zoo, which will be the last Saturday of this month, the 27th, from 11 to 1. So that will be a fun event. We've had Camp Carousel before, and it was a huge hit with our community. And Lisa McNair does a fabulous job setting up and tearing down and making it fun and safe for everybody. And of course, I'll be there overlooking everything. And it will be a big fundraiser for us because the Friends of the Library are going to do hot dog plates with chips, a cookie, and a bottle of water for $5, which is a steal. So all of that money will go right back to the library. And just wanted to thank you for all your support with funding, with supporting our library, cutting our grass every Thursday, or is it going to be every Thursday? So yeah, they're out there now still working, and I'm so proud of all the work that you guys do and make sure that we're taking care of. So please know it's not taken for granted. I really do appreciate each of you. Does anybody have any questions for me?
I'm gonna get with you, Dana, because we are gonna do the parking lots. We're gonna resurface them.
Okay.
So I will check with you with your calendar. That's the next step. Now that
That'd be wonderful. The reason that'd be wonderful is people are parking in front of our book drop and blocking it on a regular basis now. So that makes me really happy. Thank you so much.
Public comment. Anybody like to say anything? You all got the memo about keeping things moving. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Joe, and Joe's gonna take over from Joe.
Now we move on to business. First item is a vote for a mass notification system. So mass notification systems, we've been talking about probably close to 3 months now. I'm mostly up here just in case anyone has any lingering questions, and also can refresh on prices.
Make a motion. That we move forward with the Civic Plus.
There's a second. Okay, that motion dies. Just the
Just to clarify, mass notification, not websites.
mass notification.
So this is Code Red, Text My Gov, Civic Plus is on there. And then the last one is Hub Ahead.
Okay.
Just to clarify.
Is there another motion?
I'd like to make a motion to go ahead with, crisis 24 code red.
I will second that one. Okay.
Rachel, Maxine.
Rachel, Maxine, thank you, Erica. Is there any discussion?
I have a question.
Okay.
Will the Code Red integrate with the Civic Plus system?
It won't be a direct integration, but it will be, Civic Plus does have on their website platform, if you click on something that's not theirs, it'll take you to a separate tab. However, it will still be templated like it was on our website. So it just won't be its own page on those.
Essentially, it serves the same purpose.
Correct.
Okay.
Any further discussion? All those in favor of choosing the mass notification system of Code Red, crisis 24, please raise your hands. Okay. Unanimous. Thank you.
Next, we'll be moving on to a vote for our website hosting plan. So for website hosting, we have Granicus, and as we've talked about before, these do all host a variety of services. Integration can be lacking with some, and here for any questions on any website platform that you have. But first, we have Granicus. Their proposal was at $27,000 and at an annual price of $13,000. Civic Plus comes with our billing solution for sanitation. If we go with them at $15,000 and $12,000 annually. Munibuilt was at $1,500 annually. Revise, if we did go with them, I picked the smaller platform that they have at $11,800 and $2,300 annually. Municipal Impact was at almost $1,600 at $1,594. And $1,045 annually with an additional $900 for content.
Joe, could you tell me again Civic Plus's prices?
Civic Plus's prices for the combined billing solution and the website is at $15,000. Annually, that is $12,160.
So essentially the first year is higher and then we go down.
Right.
And Unibit was 1,500?
Yes, as I was, exactly. As we discussed in the work session, I didn't have a lot of confidence with you.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and open up the floor. There's a motion.
I'm gonna make a motion that we go with Civic Plus.
I will second that motion.
Is there any discussion?
I do want to just kind of in this, make sure I'm clear on it. If you were to choose Joseph, you're going to be essentially administrating all of this. The Civic Plus at least rate one of your top two.
Civic Plus does. So I reached out to them initially because a lot of our surrounding neighbors utilize Civic Plus. Honestly, most of our neighbors either utilize Civic Plus or Granicus. Granicus is, to me, it's a beautiful website, but it is way out of our price range. And also they only have 3 levels and that's kind of it. There's no customization where you're paying for every service when you buy it pretty much. Civic Plus can downscale to what our needs are, which include the billing solution for us. They actually are creating a full billing solution based off of what we need because they've never offered that. So it's actually a brand new service because we need it. And I like them because they're responsive. They've been responsive through this process, and that gives me hope that they will be responsive if we go with this.
I have one more question. Civic Plus, is there do we sign a yearly contract with them? I guess
The initial will be 2 years.
2 years.
I'm going to share with everybody too. I met with Ben Hammond yesterday, who's the public relations person for the county. And he asked about websites and I said we were looking at different ones and he said that the county goes with Civic Plus. He actually administrates it and he said they're very responsive. He's never had a situation where if we didn't get a response in a timely manner and it's very easy to use. And that was unsolicited. I just said we're going after a new website. So just want to share that with you also. Okay. Any other discussion? Okay. All of those in favor of going with Civic Plus and their billing solution for website hosting, please raise your hand. We'll go ahead and move on to fee schedules.
As we talked about before, this fee schedule is a partial fee schedule of the things we've already talked about and discussed through the work sessions. This is our updated schedule after those inputs from our work sessions. The things that have changed. So for the package store, we now have that 5,000 for the updated fee. So we have upped that a little bit. Liquor sales on premises, so a pouring license will be 3,000. And that one is more in line with what our neighbors are doing. Both of those are. exception for the package store, that is almost exactly what everyone's doing. Then if we flip over to residential sanitation, we now have that where we will be able to advertise it, what our fees will be, which includes residential single family at $20 a month, which will include a 95-gallon bin, 18-gallon recycling bin, and the availability to pick up 3 yard waste bags. Additional recycling or additional residential bin will be $8 a month. 65-gallon recycling bin, $3 a month, and additional yard waste bags will be $3 a piece.
Is it necessary to state that the yard waste bags are not provided by the city?
That will be in, we will need to state that. And we correct that in our RFP as well, which we'll discuss a little bit later. But they will be citizens provided. For recreational user fees, as we scroll down here, the ball field concession building did not change. Ball field also did not change. Park Pavilion will have a deposit of $225 now. And the municipal building, after everyone's inputs, we did go ahead and change that one. And it will be $150 for a resident for a 4-hour minimum. And then $200 for non-resident, also a 4-hour minimum, and $25 an hour past 4 hours. And then a deposit of $300.
And let me be clear on this. So if somebody wants to use it, they only need 2 hours. Since we have a flat fee for the first 4 hours, shouldn't that be maybe up to 4 hours instead of a minimum of 4 hours?
That's what I was thinking.
I think it's one way or another that you read it. When you say, when I see a minimum of 4 hours, I think, all right, I've got to pay the full price of them too. So if you feel better about up to, we can certainly do that.
I feel like that's more clear personally, that up to 4 hours and then $25 per hour
Past 4 hours.
past 4 hours.
Just that way I said that.
Nope. Simple reading.
We also added in administrative user fees for notary, $2 per page. And these fees basically do things like pay for our resources that we utilize them for. So they have to keep a book now, stamps, things of that nature. Copies will be 10 cents per page. Standard administrative fee, this is going to be listed in a couple places. So it's going to be here just so everyone has that knowledge, but it's also usually going to be attached to whatever it's used for. So getting a certain permits will have an administrative fee because it takes time to review, things of that nature. Now, easy ones that aren't difficult to review will most likely encompass the administrative fee, like a fence permit, it's 5 minutes. No need for a $25 fee. So those will be on our planning and zoning fee schedules. We'll have this. And replacement documents, certificates of occupancy, permits, agreements will be $30. And then we have our sign permit. Nothing has changed on that since we were sessioned that.
Recently updated my notary stamp, and I believe that you can no longer charge to notarize documents. It states that when you get your notary stamp, that you can't charge.
Is that true?
That's true. We charge $2 at the library.
Well, they just updated the laws this year that you have to keep a ledger. And you cannot charge to notarize documents. Jay makes me double check it. No. I mean, UPS store, everybody charges, but as of this year, I think that you had to stop. So, service.
Be our time.
Did you say?
Be our time.
I was like, some people make a living off of that.
We'll charge a lot more than that.
Now, we'll just always have facts and change.
Like you could charge for the copies and the administrative, that make the administrative fee, but not.
So now, do these fees apply to anyone that comes in? Like if somebody pops in and says, can y'all notarize this paper? Is this fee going to apply to them or just when we're working like with permits and that?
Right, it needs to be city.
Okay.
Now, we have offered notary for non-city business, but it's all two notaries in town. Which that's rare, at least since I've been here. Now, if it's, people need copies, if it's not city business. This is mostly for they need a copy of the permit that they posted.
Okay.
Then if somebody just comes in needing a paper notarized, you're not gonna charge them, but
Currently, we don't. And if we,
with this, will you?
if we legally can't, no. Once they find that out, we might.
I don't think we should charge them.
Then we can charge a few dollars.
Yeah, everything I'm looking at is going to be.
Did that up to date?
I would say verify with Jay and coordinate with that and that be.
Whoever makes the motion, please make a motion including that.
Are we making the most?
Well, I'll make a motion.
These together.
Still seeing where you're allowed to charge it.
I'll make a motion to approve the current fee schedule as is with a note that if we find out that charging for a notary is illegal, that will be changed.
You can change it, but if that is true, the state law is gonna overrule your.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Any more discussion?
I gotta figure out where it was. I did have a question on alcohol. So we went to the very first three. Wholesale beer, wholesale wine, wholesale beer and wine. So we offer a discount if they're getting both.
But I wouldn't really call it a discount, because there are statutory limitations where we can charge a wholesaler.
Okay,
But yeah, I wouldn't really call it a discount.
okay.
All right, all those in favor of the motion? Please raise your hand. And anybody against, please raise your hand. 3 in favor, 1 against. Please make a note of who the votes were, okay? Is that, you good? Okay. Let's go ahead and move on. Resolution 2506 for the Jeep lounge. Joe, go ahead. Please.
As we were going through the paperwork, for our sewer plant expansion, there's a resolution that has to be passed by council, so this is more of a formality, as seeking a loan and going through has already taken place in previous meetings. This is the authorization for the mayor acting as the person of executing documents and myself acting as the person who would test documents and actually give this on. So in your packets, you do have a copy of the notes, promissory note, and the loan agreement as well.
This is the first time we've done a people loan with this council. And when Joe and I were going through the packet, it was discovered we had to have this. We also had to have a SAM number, which is a number given to the different entities to be able to accept funds from the government. And ours had expired in 2012.
Yes.
Okay, so we have gotten that too.
In this building.
And this and a letter from the CPA is the last thing we're working on. And this is just formality. We've already approved it. Move forward with it. We just let what goes in. We're approving the improvement executes that we tested. Your motion.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept and approve this resolution authorizing agent and also Simon as the mayor and or execute the documents as mayor and vested documents as Mr. Mills.
Yeah, is there a second? I'll say. Any discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. Unanimous, thank you. Just one step closer. And finally, maximum RX credit. Regarding the expansion sidewalk installation, you all received an email with a lot of information in it with things that they have gotten done since their last meeting. Today, we are approving or not approving a variance for the expansion sidewalk installation. And they were at our work session. We asked lots of questions. So I'm just going to open up the floor for a motion.
I will make a motion. Make a motion to not allow the variance in sidewalk installation.
Opposition.
Is within the ordinance that a sidewalk should be put there. It is very close to the high school. I can foresee the future of Walnut Grove being built up off Industrial Way, Park Street, and Guthrie Cemetery. With hopes of annexing future properties on Guthrie. And I think that this will make our city more welcoming to the high school area.
We've also expressed at the council that we wish to increase our walkability in green space areas. And with enforcing our ordinance as written, it will increase our ability to do so by delivering the foot traffic to one of the largest parks in our county that now oversees the presence of our city. It could potentially tie into sidewalks that may lead to the new downtown that we are developing. So we really are serious about increasing our walkability as a city and access that we need to stick with our plan and enforce the sidewalks for the city for all future buildings.
We also talked about there's a piece of sidewalk that's going nowhere. It's not attached to anything.
And that's across the
That's
street.
what- That's exactly what we talked about at the work session. So I'm thinking we should approve the variance.
Isn't there a sidewalk on the other side of that same street?
Yes.
So why do we find a full necessity to have a sidewalk on both sides when we can have
I'm done.
crosswalk at each end
Mhm.
to access the other areas? Especially in light of we're dealing, also I was reading last night, we're dealing with the ecological system and changing that, which to me, it kind of overrules, since walkability, we're talking 20 feet of, if you're walking on the other side of the street, you're gonna add 20 feet to your walk across at a crosswalk.
I've seen on my way here today, and I don't know if anybody else seen it or not, but, I was coming from Loganville and passed, was almost to the high school on, Emmett Still. And there is 3 little boys rollerblading.
Yeah.
They were coming out of Ashley Falls. I turned and went up, went home, was coming back to the meeting, and when I was coming down Park Street, they were going up Park Street. There's no sidewalks for these kids. We are right here at the high school.
But if we've got a
So
sidewalk on one side of a street
We don't.
How bad
don't
do we
need-
need the sidewalk on both
We
sides?
only have sidewalks from the baseball field of the high school. There's no sidewalks going in front of the high school. So once you get past where you enter the high school from the side right there, you have it from, if you're taking a right into that side entrance, you have it from that part up to the top of the ball field, going up Guthrie. But there's no sidewalks on the other side of that entrance.
I'm in a position right now that, without going out and looking at it again with other thoughts in mind, I'm going to stick to the version that I would be approve the various process.
I did,
I agree, we should approve the variance.
I know that beautification is somewhat of a concern for people. Is there a happy medium somewhere that we could ask that curb to be put in on that side? For beautification purposes and landscaping. I know that you are thinking about the future. And that's always good. Is there I'm just gonna let it go. I'm going to go ahead and, unless somebody else has, something that they want to add in future discussion.
I'll state that the, cabinet shop, which has not started building yet, they do have sidewalks in their plan.
Will that sidewalk attached to theirs on the back of their property?
It's across the street.
It's still a piece of sidewalk that's not going anywhere.
Okay. All in favor of denying the variance, please raise your hand,
No.
All those in favor of approving or approving the variance, raise your hand.
Well, I'm opposed to
You're
the,
opposed to the denial.
Yeah.
Okay.
no to the motion.
And I voted no also. We should approve the variance.
So it's 2-2, and I am approving,
Can be easier stated if you're,
I'm voting in favor of not denying the variance.
against the motion. Against the motion. Is that
Against the motion, just
does the motion fail?
so it passes. The variance, no, I'm in favor of allowing the variance.
Yes, but the procedurally, how this needs to go is the motion on the table was to deny the variance. And that just failed, if I heard everybody votes right,
Yeah.
2-3, right? So that motion is dead. So now we need another motion.
Okay.
to approve.
Got it.
I make another motion that we approve the variance.
I second.
Any discussion further? Okay. All those in favor of approving the variance, please raise your hand. I've seen anybody. All those against approving the variance, please raise your hand. Two. I vote in favor of the variance. Okay, we did it the right way, Jay, right?
Correct.
Thank you. And then are you?
You got that then?
You can give it to me. Make it great for that.
Thank you for coming in. It was
excused.
Hey, Joe, RFP. Please.
Only new item of business tonight is the RFP for residential and commercial solid waste and recycling collection service. I did send out a rough draft of this week. Some things have changed in it, and we're just gonna highlight some of those things and kind of how hit the highlights of this RFP itself. So we're going to schedule. So the hope is to advertise this RFP tomorrow on September 12th, 2025. Submissions and questions via email must be submitted to myself by September 26th, 2025. Questions and answers have to be posted online by September 30th, 2025. And proposal will be due October 13th, 2025. And possible award recommendation would be following our city council meeting, November 6th.
We need to have a date in there for when the bids are opened. And a location and a time. I recommend October 16th. I believe it's the Thursday following. Maybe it's not the following. No, it's not, but it's the 13th, which is Thursday, I think.
Let me ask a question. When we say advertise it, RFPs, we're talking about starting tomorrow, where are we advertising?
So the initial advertising, for getting it out there will be our website, will be GLGA, and then there's a state-run website as well that has to be updated to this. We are going to be required to advertise it also in a legal organ, which is the law review. It's for before 15 days before post.
Okay, so we'll meet that requirement without this tape, okay.
If I may add one more date that you might want to consider is the meeting where y'all plan to.
When we what?
When you plan to approve the bid. Yeah, just so they.
Yeah.
So I recommend that
Open bid.
the council, regular council meeting following.
Well, that would be the November 6th.
Okay, November 6th.
Possible award.
Yeah.
November 6th is, it's a council meeting, right? So, and then open bids, is there a date when you want to open bids? We've done it at City Hall before for the LAS expansion.
Mhm.
And that's a good place to do it.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
And I think October 16th would be sufficient.
October 16th is the open bids,
Open it.
okay.
What time? Want to do 11 a.m.? Does that work for you?
Works for me.
That's it. Okay. In City Hall. Lynn, is the next work session October 23rd?
No, it's October 30th.
Okay, so it is the day before Halloween. Okay. October 30th would be a work session. We would be presented with all that information. Is that correct? October 30th? Okay. Although council, you are all welcome to be there when the bids are open. Okay. So at the October 16th for opening bids at 11 a.m. in City Hall. And October 30th at the work session for discussion. Okay. And then the November 6th, when we vote on it, possible with recommendation. Okay. Okay, Josh.
Well, the services we're going to be looking for is to at least at a minimum match our current services. So residential waste, recycling every week. Yard waste, we also have bulk pickup by schedule in here. They have to be able to do that as well. And then also certified pre-owned free white goods. So things like refrigerator or, well, refrigerator is free. A mini fridge or things like an air conditioner, things like that. We do have a maximum weight on there, 50 pounds. So it'd be small appliances that we're expecting our service provider to be able to pick up. Along with this, we do have it in there. It's going to be a little bit more open-ended for our commercial uses because we do know that they all have different needs. But we do have roll-off and front-end loaders as well. Yes, that on here, they have to be able to service those for our commercial. And one more service that is listed in a different section is, this will be a new service for the city of Walnut Road. is backdoor service. So any household that does not have a able-bodied person to take out their trash from the curb, they need to be able to provide the ability to come out, get that for them, and bring some curb.
Yes, we do it now.
But it's not officially written down anywhere. It's just kind of, if you call.
Oh, okay. 17.
That'll have to be proved through an affidavit from the doctor saying that there is no person in that house in question to pick up the road. And the reason for that is anything over 5% of our total households would be an increased charge to the city. The terms of the contract, so I align the terms of the contract with the bulk of our city council movements. So the initial agreement will be for 2 years. Any subsequent renewal will be 4 years. Notice of non-renewal will have to be 120 days prior.
Is there a limit on the amount of bills?
There is not listed in this one. We might have to look for state law.
Don't see the franchise being there.
No.
Here's your.
Oh, nice.
I think it's, is that, it was how much, I remember seeing it.
It was originally, I think, 10%. Brought that. 10 is a little bit. I'm a little concerned about the $4 a gallon for diesel, but I looked it up. Last time it was above, it was in June 15th of 22, so that's $5.55 a gallon for the state of Georgia, but that was during a different time. And then before that, it was summer of 2008, where it was above $4. Right now, we're at about $4.53 in the city of Loganville, and it's coming down. It's come down to 0.03 cents for the past few weeks. So I don't think anytime soon it's going to be going above $4 a gallon, unless anybody else has any concerns about that.
Yeah.
Okay. And if it does go up, we'll offset it. Okay.
What else I wanted to highlight was miscollections and complaint handling. The goal of the city is 99% of complaints being resolved within 24 hours. So they will have, or a contractor would have to be, have the ability to submit any complaints to us as well, so we can verify that they are getting handled for our residents, and any miscollections. So that way we can track their progress in those areas.
I like how you worked into here the idea that they can help us with education
Right.
about recycling and garbage collection, and how important it is to get it up off the roads and all that. It helps us with our informed core reporting for stormwater.
And it also helps us with kind of our quasi partnership with Keep Walton Beautiful. Any proclamations that we plan on doing in the future, this is a good step forward for that.
Thanks. Thank you, Joe. Everybody,
And one question, I can't find where it is. Had to do with your waste. Where we put, I think we put in there 3.
We did.
Reorganize.
I would like that to be like minimum of 3 versus limiting, you're essentially limiting it to 3.
The fee
For
schedule,
instance, we've been having that they would pick up 6 bags with the company we've had. I don't know if they're still willing to do that.
they're willing to do.
But there might be a company that is.
It says right here that additional yard truck collection.
Well, then through you, because I just. couldn't find it.
13, second paragraph.
Thank you.
you can get additional bags for a cost. To reimburse.
And I had just happened to flip to that, and you were saying that.
Yeah. That was on our fee schedule.
You gotta remember when they drop this stuff off, they have to pay. Sure, to the yard waste.
Sure.
And if you don't put a maximum on there,
No,
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 homes will have 25 bags out there.
no, I'm talking about that whoever we contract with, they more or less set that maximum versus us setting the maximum.
We did not fee schedule,
Okay.
so I would like to.
All right.
Our fee
Okay.
schedule includes
Fair
3
enough.
with a base price of 20, and then you can get 3 more for $3. Thanks.
If you have additional yard waste, is there like a call ahead, stuff, but I didn't, if you put 15 bags out there, are they gonna pick them all up and then back charge you for them?
We put in there for a call,
Okay,
that way there's standards.
That's what we have currently is they'll pick up 2 bags without a call. They'll pick up to 6 if you call. That's what we've currently had, because by the time I get out to do mine, I'm doing a bunch of it.
yeah, I do mine, it's
There's a lot.
a lot.
Nice one.
Yeah, no trees.
Yeah.
So I think,
I just wait for them to.
a big reason for putting a quasi limit on there via price is you have a lot of landscapers everywhere. And if you leave it open-ended, you're gonna have a lot, every week they're gonna max that out. So it's also reducing our price, because if they can't pay, it's gonna be on us to get it small.
All right, is there a motion to, on the floor, about moving forward with an RFP for solid waste services?
So moved.
Thank you, Mitzi.
Let's do that.
Is there a second?
A second,
Okay, Erica, any more discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. All right, unanimous. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and go on to reports. Public Works.
So, Public Works, a lot going on. One thing I would like to highlight, and I did get a question this week that I really appreciated, that way I can brag about it a little bit before this. iWork is now being utilized. We have the equipment in there. We're starting to create maintenance and lawn schedules. As we go through it, we do have a new system in place where maintenance has to be signed for at the end of the day, whatever we have to move. That way we can track scheduling and how we're doing that. So it's my belief that we would be more efficient now that we're going to be using iWork. Starting on Tuesday, we will be now at full staff. So we have been able to identify and hire some folks. So we'll be back at full staff. We do have an outside company doing 3 lawns for us currently. And it looks wonderful out there. And I'd like to brag on so Craig has been the only person here for a little while. He's been able to hold it together. And if you've been down the Parkway, it's immaculate right now. Being a real hard charger right now. It's great to see.
Okay. Bigglers. Lynn.
Oh, everyone tonight. Motions. Like a ping pong match. Okay, the citations for last month, Walton County, there was 5. Georgia State Patrol, there was 1, and code enforcement, we had 2. We had no pavilion rentals, and we had 23 ball field rentals.
When the citations are for August. Yeah, that's my,
Then we're August.
fine, sure, because I've been seeing a lot of Walton County. Full of people over.
This is for last. Okay. The, go to the bank accounts, the general operating account, $474,745.46. The sewer district account, $9,487.70. SPOS 2019, $948,108.89. Money market account, $1,321,510.65. The DDA account, $90,113.44. And the sewer plant expansion, $435,976.09. The LAS sewer plant, $206,021.33. And then the SPOS for 2025, $142,333.63.
Thank you. Code enforcement.
Yeah, look a little bit when we break. So Greg has been out and about. I like to call it patrolling. He's very careful of using the word patrol. But he has done once again, compared to last month, a wonderful job of getting people compliant. We're starting getting more people in to get their fence permits from a certain neighborhood. So we're starting to see some traction there. He's got a couple of projects on his radar that are kind of hard to see. We noticed, I believe we talked about one of them.
I helped him again on,
Barry some cuts.
I believe it was.
Yeah, so he's working hard to figure out who owns that. It's a old mobile home that's kind of in the back. Once again, it's just continuing to clean it up a little bit more, getting us at a good base level, while continuing to keep everyone else compliant as we go along. He's got some good relationships around here, and what I've noticed is it's getting faster. If anyone's out of compliance a little bit, it's a conversation now and not a citation or notice. It's good.
Thank you. Okay, lots of things going on. Been a busy 2 weeks, crazy busy 2 weeks. Today we had the Cities United event, and all the mayors were there. And Erica and Rachel, thank you for coming. I know some of you guys couldn't come, and that's okay too. But all the mayors were there and talked about their different cities. So that was good. Yesterday, we had been asked by the county to participate in their promotional video, and it was myself and Randy Garrett from another city who both got to be the mayors on tape. So it's going to be on the Walnut County website promoting Walnut County. Unfortunately, we have a brand new painted building and it's hot behind us, so really great. Couple of things. There's a ribbon cutting for the Walnut Grove precinct down here at the high school. That's next Friday, and of course the flag dedication at the library. That's next Thursday. The softball field at Walton County Park will be opening up for some games. They're going to slowly work their way into the schedule to alleviate some of the congestion of the other parks around the county. In QuickBooks, we were able to talk with their administration over there, and we got our monthly bill cut in half, and we're going to be adding payroll, sign in and sign out there, which integrates with payroll, which will make our city clerk's job that much faster. And our city staff will be able to use their phones with an app on it and just be able to check in and check out instead of having to fill out paper timesheets. What else is going on? Justice One, there was some training today. Justice One is our courtware software, and they did a huge update this year. You guys voted on it. And we had some training in that today, both Lynn, myself, and Sonia. We did that. The Walton spoke with our contact from Walton EMC, and he stopped by the office the other day to check in on us. And he has gotten in touch with the road crew to have them come out before the winter season, because I heard it's going to be cold and snowy. Hopefully not. They're going to be going down Park Street, Forester Cemetery, and some of the other neighborhoods, making sure that the electrical lines are cleared, and that large limbs, especially on Park Street. We don't want our guys anywhere that there's electrical lines, that they'll be coming down and getting that all trimmed up. And then also we have the forestry department coming in beginning of October, right, Lynn? And they're going to be training our public works guys on trimming trees and bushes and whatnot, so we can get our hydrangeas blooming again and our azaleas all trimmed up and ready for the new season in the spring. And so they're going to be coming in. Also, we have our retreat, which is on the 17th of next week, which also happens to be Miss Rachel's birthday. We'll be starting at 10:30, everybody, okay? The reason for that is that our code enforcement officer is going to be out of town, and we have a court case that Joe and I have to be at. And so we'll be doing that early. We'll get in touch with you in the next day, ask you for your orders for lunch, and moving forward on that. Remember, we're going to be talking about land use and this updating the sewer ordinance. Please make yourself familiar with that. Also, I have a book that I would like you to read. It's a very brief book. It's a poem, actually. And it's called The Opportunity, and it's by Joel Ackerman. I'm going to go ahead and get it to Maxine tonight when we leave here. And then Maxine, when you're done, if you would call another council member and just sign your name on the inside.
To read?
And the first to read it. And keep it moving. It's very brief, but it's very apropos for us. There's a lot of other stuff going on, a lot of other things going on. But I think that's enough for now. We're moving in the right direction, guys, and I always sit here and get a little bit impatient. But just like my husband tells me, you can't eat an elephant in one bite. So hang in there. We're moving along. I think somebody said to me today, so when does it slow down? And it's going to slow down when we get everything done. So just hang in there. Okay.
Oh, that means never.
Yeah, that's what I said today at the Cities United, or the cities, whatever you want to call it. State of the cities. Yeah. Okay, town hall, anybody have anything they want to say? Or not? No? Okay, council comments. We're gonna start with Linda today.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. I'd like to start with remembering a longtime public servant for Walton County, Mr. Lamar Palmer. He passed away, I believe today or yesterday. But he was deputy sheriff, he was sheriff, he was county commissioner. He was an old family friend, a true gentleman with a servant's heart. And we need more people like him. So we'll miss old Lamar. And he ate lunch every day at the Campton restaurant. But he's a good guy. I'm gonna miss him. And our 9/11 today, we already mentioned that. We should remember, never forget. But my friend Whit Baker and his hiking group climbed Stone Mountain today with the firefighters. They didn't carry all their gear like the firefighters did. But they climbed with them, and they were up there when they played the bagpipes and did the memorial speeches. And that's kind of an awesome event. If I could climb a mountain, I'd go with them. But I have to just hear about it. But it's an awesome thing. We should always remember our first responders and just never forget.
Thank you. Rachel.
I changed the world, go home and love your family.
Erica.
Thank you for mentioning that, Linda. I think that was very important to about Mr. Lamar and 9/11 and pray for our country and for people to unite and know the good versus evil versus red versus blue. And what else? Nice.
Don't have too much to go behind that, except that I am looking forward to them getting done with construction of the roundabout. Because it's interrupting my sleep a lot.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I think they're pounding for the poles at night. So I get here. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that portion cleaning up because I think that's gonna bring so much to our city because right now we unfortunately look pretty trashy on that corner. Hopefully when DOT gets done, we can clean up their mess and look good.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you, council. We're gonna go ahead and, is there a motion to go into executive session?
So move.
For a second.
Second.
All in favor?
And that's for potential.
For potential litigation, I'm sorry. So moved. All right, all in favor? Okay, unanimous.